There's a 4 right here. If you're looking up at your sun sign, there's a
Mm-hmm.
0.4 here, and then there's a 0.6 here. Don't ask me why, but they read it backwards. So your personality is your 4,
Okay.
and your unconscious personality is a 6. And what a 4 is you're a people person. So that's what I mean about you, like attracting people and being wanting to be around people, people wanting to be around you, and pretty much anything that you desire in your life, whether it is new connections in your job, new friendships, dating life, or
Mm-hmm.
relationships, whatever it is, it will probably be done with people that you know or people that the people know.
Right.
You are one of those people. And it's so funny because whoever made up the quote, it's who you know, not what you know, had to be somebody had a 4 profile because that's not true for everybody, but it is very true for somebody who has a 4 because you are that people person. And you're the type of person who doesn't necessarily like to make leaps or changes in anything until you know that you've got the next step already established. So, such as leaving a job, you may feel very uncomfortable leaving a job until you have something else to land on. It's not definitely true, but for a lot of 4s,
Very
maybe
true.
it's,
Yeah.
is it true for you?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
always need a plan.
Okay, yes, need the plan.
Yeah.
And then the 4s also, even in relationships sometimes, um, you know, there and maybe you can say yay or nay to this, but it's like sometimes you don't necessarily like to leave a relationship until you have something else lined up. Now,
Yes.
in our culture, that is not really looked upon as a positive thing. And that's what I love about human design is that we're
Yeah.
all learning that each one of us came here to operate in completely different ways. And so now when I see people whom are
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, she's already got somebody lined up for herself. Now I know, oh, this person's probably a 4. That's their safety net. It's just that's how they
It is how
operate.
I operate. Yeah. And I
Okay.
sometimes beat myself up over it, but I
Mm.
just figured out it's just who I am and I just got to go
Yes.
with the flow.
Yes, right? It's so true. It's so
Yeah.
true. And then the 6 part of you is the 6 is what we call the role model. By the time you have hit your 50s,
Mm-hmm.
you start to hop into what we call the role model. So the first 0 to like 30 years, you're considered like an experimenter. Kind of hop in and out. You got to try things out. You're not the person who's going to read something and kind of know how to do it. You're going to be the person that's like, well, I got to go try it. And it kind of can
Yeah.
look messy. It can kind of look like, oh, I've made some mistakes or I have some shoulds. But in
Mm-hmm.
reality, that's how you're supposed to be going through life. You are not somebody who's supposed to
Ah,
read and figure it out. You are supposed to be sampling and tasting and saying, ooh, no,
ah,
I don't like this. I don't like this career. I don't like this person. I don't like this place of living. Like all of that stuff is very
wow.
important
Because
for
I
us.
have had so many different careers. It's ridiculous.
I love it. I love it.
And now I
I
know
And now you
why.
know why, because that's
Yeah.
how you learned. You wouldn't have learned any other way by you experimenting and doing with it.
Right.
So the second phase is kind of like in your 40s, you
Mm-hmm.
hit where you kind of 30s and 40s, you kind of want to cocoon in, relationships become kind of a focus. You're always kind of looking for your soulmate.
Yeah.
And then by the time you're in your 50ish or the Chiron return, right? When you're in 50, it's kind of
Yeah.
when you're stepping more into your role model. So I'm going to encourage you that,
Okay.
as you're stepping into that, to really own that that's what you are. You came here to experience many multitude of things.
Okay.
And with that, your wisdom comes with it. And with it, your profile and your life theme is all about sharing with people who ask, but
Mm-hmm.
sharing with people and teaching them so that they can carry on the wisdom in which you have obscured, right? That you have lived
Mm-hmm.
yourself, and to start to see yourself in that type of role. Most people that have 6s will say, oh, really? That's when it's like, yeah, you're the only ones out of all
Yeah.
the energy types that are here to
Okay.
really share that infinite wisdom when it's asked upon, because it will land for you.
Okay. That's really good to know.
Good.
Yeah.